Chapter 10 Programming with Python. Learning Objectives. IDLE Shell Window, IDLE Editor Window, Script Mod. Recalling variables and data types. Data types in Python. The type function. The print function. Taking input from the user. Introduction. Python is an interactive, interpreted, and object-oriented high-level programming language. It is free, open-source, cross-platform, and case-sensitive programming language. It is an immensely popular language that is used to create dynamic websites and to develop computer programs, software, web applications, mobile apps, and interactive 3D games. It has simple, easy-to-use syntax. This makes Python an excellent language to learn to program for beginners. IDLE Shell Window. Python is installed with an IDLE, Integrated Development and Learning Environment, that provides us with shell window and editor window to develop Python programs. The shell window allows us to directly enter commands at the shell prompt and see their output by pressing the enter key. This method of writing programs is called as interactive mode. The shell window interactive mode is generally used to write small programs. The shell prompt also works as a calculator. You can write commands, call statements at the shell prompt and press the enter key to see their output as shown alongside. IDLE Editor Window, Script Mode. We can write, edit, debug, run and save Python programs in the IDLE Editor window. The IDLE Editor window is a text editor window like Notepad and WordPad. We can also use other text editor, Notepad or WordPad to write Python programs. A Python program file is saved with .py file extension. Python code that we write in an editor window is called script or module. Using IDLE Editor window. We can access IDLE Editor window from the Python shell window. Follow these steps to open the IDLE Editor window and write a small program in it. Click on the Start button, All Programs, IDLE Python 3.8 to open the Python shell window. Click on the File menu, New File option on the Python shell window. Python IDLE Editor window will open with a new file. Write a small program to find the sum of two values as shown below. You need to save the program file before running it. To save the program file, click on the File menu. Save As option on the editor window. A Save As dialog box opens. Type a name for the program file and add .py file extension with the name. You can create a separate new folder in the Python directory to save your program files. Click on the Save button. The file will be saved by the given name. Running a script or module or program file. Follow these steps to run the script or program file that you have created and saved. After creating a program, click on the Run menu, Run Module option or press the F5 function key. The program will get executed and the output will be displayed on the shell window as shown below. Recalling variables and data types. A variable is a named memory location used to store data values. The data value stored in a variable can be changed as many times as required during the execution of a program. We can represent a variable by a single English character like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. or use a descriptive name like name, address, grade, date of birth, etc. In most of the high-level programming languages like C, Java, etc., we need to declare what type of data a variable can store in advance. The type of data a variable can store is called its data type. For example, when a variable, say x, is declared of an integer type, as in int x, it can store only integer values in a program. In case of Python, we do not need to declare the data type for a variable. The declaration of data type is done automatically when we create a variable and assign a value to it. We can create a variable by simply assigning a value to it. We use equal to, is equal to sign to assign value to a variable. Example, x is equal to 9 creates a variable x of int integer data type with value 9. Y is equal to 11.56 creates a variable y of float data type with value 11.56. Z is equal to x plus y creates a variable z that stores the sum of variables x and y. Name is equal to Yash creates a variable name with the value Yash. Data types in Python. There are many data types used in different high-level programming languages. The basic data types are described in the following table. Fact file. You cannot use Python keywords such as if, for, while, break, etc. to name a variable. Data type, purpose, examples. Int, integer. It is used to store a positive or negative integer, a whole number without decimals of unlimited length. X is equal to 9, y is equal to minus 65, a is equal to 432. Float, floating point number. It is used to store a floating point number, a number with an integer and a fractional part separated by a decimal point. A is equal to 76.50, B is equal to minus 34.76 plus 253.07, cost is equal to 15.75. str, string. It is used to store text strings. The assigned string should be enclosed within single or double quotes. A multi-line string should be enclosed within 3 single quotes. Stu name is equal to Imran. School is equal to DPS. Comment is equal to Imran is punctual. He comes to school on time every day. Fact file. The int integer data type is of 3 types. Int, long integer, and bool, boolean. The boolean data type contains 2 values, 0 and 1, that represents false and true logical values respectively. The type function. Python allows us to know what data type is assigned to a variable. The type function is used to know the data type of a variable. The syntax to use this function is as follows. Syntax, type, variable's name. Follow these steps to know the data type of value assigned to a variable. Open the Python shell window. Create a variable x and assign a value 100 to it and press the enter key. Enter type x in the next line and press the enter key. The data type of variable will be displayed as class int. Similarly, create other variables and assign them floating numbers and text strings. Now use the type function to display their data types. The print function. In Python, the print function is used to display the value stored in a variable or the output of a command statement. The syntax of the print function is as follows. Syntax, print variable's name. Let us create some simple programs to understand the use of the print function. Program 1. Creating 2 variables and printing their values. Open a new file in the IDLE editor window and type a program in it as shown below. Save the program as Python file by clicking on the File menu, Save option. Run the program by clicking on Run menu, Run module option, or by pressing the F5 key. Using comma. We can use comma symbol as a separator to print the values of more than one variable with a single print statement. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax, print, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, and so on. Program 2, using comma to print the values of 3 variables. Type a program as shown below in a new program file. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and press F5 key to run it.
Using tab character T. The tab character T is used to display the output with a tab space between the values. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax, print variable 1 T, variable 2 T, variable 3, and so on. Program 3. Using tab character T with the print statement. Insert the tab character T with the print statement as shown below in the previous program file. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and press F5 key to run it. Using new line character N. The new line character N is used to display the next value in a new line on the output screen. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax: print value 1, N, variable 2, N, variable 3, and so on. Program 4. Using new line character N with the print statement. Delete tab character T and insert new line character N in the previous program file. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and press F5 key to run it. Printing a message. We can print the output with a message that we like. We need to endorse the message with the single or double quotes. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax: print text message variable's name. Program 5. Finding the sum of two values and printing the output with a message. Type a program as shown below in a new program file. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and press F5 key to run it.
Taking input from the user. The input function is used to take input from the user while executing a program. The value input by the user is stored in a variable as text strings. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax: input text strings or message. Program 6. Using the input function and printing the values input by the user. Open a new file and type a program in it as shown below. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and F5 key to run the program. Enter the information, your name and city, and press the Enter key to see the output. Using the int function. The int function is used with the input statement to accept an integer value from the user. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax: int, input, text strings or message. Program 7. Using the int function to find the area of a rectangle. Open a new file and type a program in it as shown below. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and F5 key to run the program. Enter the length and breadth of a rectangle in integer values and press the Enter key. Using the float function. The float function is used with the input statement to accept floating value, number with decimal point from the user. The general syntax is as follows. Syntax: float, input, text strings or message. Program 8. Using the float function to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Open a new file and type a program in it as shown below. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and F5 key to run the program. Enter the temperature in Fahrenheit, 98.6 floating value, and press the Enter key to see the output. Program 9. Writing a program to interchange, swap the values of two variables. Open a new file and type a program in it as shown below. Press Ctrl plus S keys to save the program and F5 key to run the program. Enter the values for A and B and press the Enter key to see the output. Program 10. Writing a program to find the area of a right-angled triangle. Create, save and run the program as shown below to find the area of a right-angled triangle. Enter the base and height of the triangle and press the Enter key to display the output. Quick backup. Python is an interactive, interpreted and object-oriented high-level programming language. The shell window interactive mode allows to directly enter commands at the shell prompt and see their output. You can write, edit, debug, run and save Python programs in the IDLE editor window. You can run the program by clicking on the Run module or pressing the F5 key. In Python, the declaration of data type is done automatically when you assign a value to the variable. The three basic data types used in Python are integer, int, floating or decimal point number, float, and text strings, str. The type function is used to know the data type of a variable. The print function is used to display the value stored in a variable or the output of a command statement. The input function is used to take input from the user while executing a program. The int and float functions are used with the input statement to accept integer and floating values respectively.